Dear viewers, as of you know that after a long struggle of 1 month, Bangladesh has become new countries and got the last government to step down, and students have risen a massive protest against the last government. And after the government resignations, there is so many things circulating and rumors and so many misinformations were circulating in the social medias. So I'm going to show you some facts and that can be very important for the peoples. After the victory of students against the last army government, there was rumors that Hindu minorities and the other minority peoples were being targeted and attacked by the violent mobs groups, especially the politically motivated mobs groups in Bangladesh. But my speculations is that some of these news was actually true, and but most of the things that was spreaded in the social media, especially in X account by Indian BJP politicians, which is completely fabricated, and it was a complete propaganda that was spreading against the Bangladeshi people by some BJP politicians from India. So I'm going to show you how students of Bangladesh were protected the temples, mandirs, and Hindu temples, Buddhist monasteries, and Christian churches in Bangladesh. So this is, as of you can see that these pictures, some students were safeguarding the Hindu temples in Bangladesh. The temple's name is Sri Sri Bordeshwari Mayar Bari. So they are actually, the mob had attacked some temples. That is not false actually. So that was true, but so many circulating false propaganda that was not happen actually in real image. So people get to know that the real informations. So let's check out and let's move on. Here you can see these pictures. Some villagers were protecting the ancient temple in the village of Bangladesh, and hand with hands they are safeguarding the temples in front of the temple gate during the night times. And in this picture you can see this is not a Hindu temple, it is actually Buddhist monasteries. And they at the night people come forward in front of the Buddhist monastery gates, and you can see the Buddhist monk with them and taking pictures, and they have safeguarded the whole temples during night. And this was actually gone viral during after the protest and around the internet. This person is imam of a mosque, nearby mosque, and he was a kind of madrasa teachers. He was actually protecting a Hindu mandir, the Hindu temples, which is Sri Sri Jagannath Mandir at Sylhet. So during night, he was like safeguarding the whole nights. He was standing there, and in this picture, you can see that 4 madrasa students actually protecting the Hindu temples. The temple's name is Sri Sri Kattayani Kalibari. So this is actually that real image that we can't see in the Indian X accounts, especially the BJP peoples will not tell you this ground image and ground truth that is the reality in Bangladesh. Not everyone, they are widely saying Bangladeshi peoples are attacking Hindus, which is fabricated and completely false informations. So here you can, let's move on. In this picture you can see the students, local students were gathering in the temple area, and you can see the villagers were taking chairs and sitting there and in front of the temple gate. In this picture, this is actually they are the protester. Actually, one of them hanging the national flag of Bangladesh. They actually are protesters, but they came to after getting the news. They came to the nearby temples, and temple authority welcomed them, get them inside, and they have a meeting very nice way. So you can see there is some temple safeguards. Four people stand behind. They welcome the villagers. And in this Facebook image, you can see, I can't zoom it well, but I can check you. I hope you can see this now. This guy actually posted, this has gone viral more in the Facebook also. It is one of the biggest temple in entire Bangladesh, which is called Dhakeshwari Temple. This is the biggest temple in Dhaka city, and the person who is safeguard, almost like protecting the praying the salah in front of the Dhakeshwari Temple gate during night. Actually, it was Esha prayer. So it is the real reality that if he was a Madrasa student and come forward to protect the Dhakeshwari Temple. Not just he was. There were so many students from Madrasa or normal general students come forward to protect the temples. Let's move on. Here is a villagers comes forward to that. This one is also the same way. You can see. Yes, here is another picture. It's in Chittagong. They were protecting the one of the biggest temple in Chittagong city, which is Koibollodham. It's near Firuz Shah area of Chittagong, and there you can see there's so many madrasa students were sitting outside the temple gate and holding the national flag. They actually, after the getting rumors so widespread, they come forward and sit there all night and protect the mandir. Here you can see one of the biggest picture that I'm going to say you, because this is the communal harmony that Bangladesh have all over in the country. Not some of the politically motivated mob gang, they have attacked some Hindu mandir and temples, and also some Hindu people's house. It is not just the common pictures. It is a rare case that is actually happening in some part. They are not the representatives of entire Bangladeshi community. We Bangladeshi peoples are communally harmonious all the way, and the history of Bangladesh, creations of Bangladesh is with contributions of every religious believers, not just a Muslim, not just Hindu. It is a combined effort that Bangladesh got independent. In this movement, even in this Qouta Protect of 2024, not just Muslim, there is in every religion people come forward. Even Hindu peoples got Hindu students were killed in this protest. So you can't say that. I'm going to focus this picture because it is one of the biggest madrasa in Bangladesh. It's in Chittagong. It's called Hathajari Madrasa, and you can see there is a temple very close, even adjacent to the madrasa. There is a Kalibari Mandir, which is Kalibari temple. After the rumor spread and madrasa students gathered in front of the Kalibari temples, and it is during night, and people safeguard this temple. So these pictures you can see in the internet because especially from the BJP leaders that were instigating the Indian normal general peoples, general publics, and spreading hates against Bangladesh widespreadly, which is very dangerous and creating unrest in the region. You can see there is another gangs of students were just sitting outside the police station at Hathajari. They were protecting Hathajari police station because police were brutally beaten and they flee away from the police station. So students were safeguarding the police stations. Here is another picture. During night, the Madrasa students come forward, and this temple's name is Shita Kali Mayer Mundir, Kendriya Mundir. So this is what actually the real pictures that represent Bangladesh. So I'm going to show you some now. I'm going to show you some news portals, that international news portals from outside Bangladesh and India also. Here we can see Al Jazeera reports on that. Students and other Muslim protect temples, churches amid Bangladesh unrest. And it was fact checking agency. They have an independent fact checking agency, which is Sanad. They have fact checked all the images. And in this OP India, Bangladesh Muslim community members stand in front of Hindu temples in the country to protect them from invasion by Mad Titan Thanos. You can see that pictures, Mad Titan Thanos. So actually, this is the reality, and massive number of the peoples want. I mean, massive number. Most of the peoples want the communal harmony. They don't want any kind of government that spread communal harm and communal hates in Bangladesh. This news portal is from India, actually, The Wire. And Bangladesh students stands guard outside temples and churches in wake of attacks. Yes. So in Chittagong city, students movements leaders have taken it upon themselves to guard Hindu temples and churches. Actually, this is the reality. So I hope I'm going to urge my neighboring young generations, especially from Indian peoples, that do not believe the fabricated and misinformation which is spread by the politically motivated leaders in India. You have to denounce this type of leaders because the student protest is based on human rights, based on student rights, and also the against it was against the injustice by bureaucratic way, and injustice by the government, and injustice by the powerful peoples in Bangladesh. So student protest, it is not motivated by any religion, any beliefs. So we have to admit it. We have to admire them. So it is a spirit that every kind of students from different part of the world can admit them and admire them for the better world. So I hope people and students of India will admit it. And thank you so much for joining me.